Hello everyone, this is Peach from Peach on Earth Tarot. I just wanted to come on really quick to say that for the past few weeks, all the messages that I have been receiving from my guides have been about how we need to, as light workers, or whatever you refer to yourself as, anyone who has any abilities, which is everyone, but anyway, that's another subject. So the messages I've been getting have been that we need to stop spending so much time in the astral. I don't know about you guys, but I know for me, I feel a lot more natural meditating and dreaming, and I've always spent a lot of time up there. And so I've been getting the messages that it's time to bring that energy, or essentially our higher selves and our guides and whatever, down into our physical bodies, or raise the planet up to the astral realm, like the next realm or whatever. So I wanted to come on and kind of explain that because of this card that I got when I was just kind of shuffling to get my cards ready to lay out for, I like to sit them on my windowsill through the moon cycles. So I was just kind of shuffling, and this card is the very first card. This is the first deck that I was shuffling. It's the very first card that came out. And I just noticed it's 28. That number has been popping out like crazy to me. But anyway, Ascendant Master Lao Tzu and Zen Sight, Descending Power. Okay. So I was like, descending power, that kind of sounds like bringing the astral realms down to earth. And listen to this in the book. We bring you the blessing of descending power. This is the powerful downward current of energy that allows for manifestation, for strengthening of the spiritual connection to the body, and of bringing your light to the earth. That is exactly what I've been getting. So it's like, I feel like for a lot of us, that is what's going on. And even if you're not aware of it, that is what's happening to us. That's what spirit is, they're coming down here into us and us to them. It's not they're better than us, we're better than them. It's a mutually exclusive relationship. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just read this whole card to you guys. So bear with me because I'm trying to record with my hand and read at the same time. Okay. We bring you the blessing of descending power. This is the powerful... I'm actually going to put you guys down. Hang on. I'll put you on top of the card. You really can't see it. Okay. We bring you the blessing of descending power. This is the powerful downward current of energy that allows for manifestation, for strengthening of the spiritual connection to the body, and of bringing your light to the earth. In the spiritual tradition, there is much emphasis on energy rising. Yet without the balance of descending power, oh my God, this is exactly what I've been getting. And you guys, when I channel, it's often through writing. And so, like Spirit's giving me these messages to write out. And I bet if I go back in my journal a couple of days, I will see all of these words. And it's just astounding to me because this is the first time I've ever gotten this card, because I underline them when I get them. And look, I just started. This is the very first time I've ever gotten this card. This is exactly what I've been talking about. It's so insane to me. You will feel lost in your mind, scattered in your thinking, and frustrated in your efforts to see the inspired ideas you receive translated into completed tasks in the physical world. The uprising power helps you shift frequencies and access inspiration, whilst the descending power helps you ground to create. There's a time and a place for both the rising and the descending currents of divine energy. You are guided to attend at this time to the descending power to make best progress on your life journey. There are entire modalities in the spiritual path dedicated to the rising of the vital energies from the lower to the upper chakras. For those that are anchored in the material world, cannot connect with genuine inner feeling of the heart, lack sensitivity to subtle energies, and perhaps have closed off their minds to worlds of spirit beyond what they can perceive through their five senses, then this is useful indeed. Raising energy will help dislodge fearful attachment to the earth plane and allow the presence of spirit to become more real, whilst new ideas and inspirations can impress themselves upon the mind. I keep getting this visualization of, like, if we're bringing spirit down, like we need, or earth up, we ourselves have to ground first. We have to ground. And because if we don't ground, we'll just fly right off. And so we need to ground down into the earth so we don't fly off. I just keep saying that over and over while I was reading, so I wasn't even like paying attention, and I closed the book. Okay. Okay. However, what about those already upwardly mobile, spiritually speaking? Such people already have open and stimulated higher chakras. This tends to mean having an open mind and often some kind of belief in spirit or a philosophy of some sort that works for them, that helps them feel that they have some sort of purpose or valuable contribution to make to the world, even if they're still working out the details of what that contribution or purpose may be, which I'm sure a lot of us were, what the fuck, sorry, I cannot think of this word. Relate. A lot of us can relate to not having the details worked out. Anyway, they often have more ideas than they know what to do with. They perceive a lot and are often sensitive to energy, including the thoughts and feelings of other people, animals, and even the earth herself. Yet there can be great frustration in translating those extraordinary perceptions into material reality in the form of projects, tasks, and a clear sense of purpose made practical. Oh my God, they're talking about my life. These people will already feel moved by their hearts and have words of wisdom to express. What they need is to be drawn down into the world to be able to find a form through which they can share their spiritual treasures, not pushed upwards for more when what already exists has not been put to full use. Yeah, okay. So, just personal experience, and I feel like a lot of people that are going to watch this will also relate to this. But, hang on, what was the... Yeah, I can keep climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing spiritually, or astrally, so easily. But it's so funny too, because I have no air in my chart at all. And I have a lot of earth in my chart. I have mostly earth in my chart. I have a lot of earth and fire and water. No air. But I have a hard time grounding. all of that energy into the earth, getting things done. I really, really struggle with. I can formulate the plans and the ideas and everything so well, but when it comes to bringing it here, I have a really hard time. And so I feel like that's what this eclipse is about for me personally, and probably a lot of you too, that I'm feeling the need to share this. And so, yeah, I just think really focus on grounding tonight, bringing it down, feel it push into the earth, do grounding practices, like I was watching a video and the lady had, it's Awakening to Spirit, her last Oakman reading. She was talking in the Oakman card that she had gotten, what was the card? Something footer, fluff the footer or something like that, from Brian Froud's Fairies. She, on the card, had said that something about like painting your toenails red and walking barefoot in the grass. And I guess red is, obviously a really grounding color, is your root chakra. And so, that's just like a little ritual. Just you go on Google, find a little ritual that feels right to you that you can do to ground. And not just tonight, but continually for however long you feel called, any chance you get. I don't know if I should share this or not, but I've also been getting the message of, maybe I shouldn't talk about it. I don't know. I'm just so new to YouTube. I don't know what's allowed and what's not. I don't know. It's, wand-like in nature, if you know what I mean. About doing that outside in the woods. Yeah. So let me see. I'll finish reading this. Maybe it's really long. It's fine. I'll finish it. This is the gift of this descending power. It is the reorientation for the more spiritually inclined and those that need more physical energy after an illness, long emotional struggle, or other challenge. So that vitality can be generated, it brings clarity and refreshment to the mind and allows for the body to feel really alive, joyful, and in sensual appreciation for manifestation or manifest creation. The air on the skin, the scent of the flowers, the beautiful sound of the birds calling, or the sight of a powerful tree. To be able to take in sensory healing from the physical world requires the download current. There must be a descending power for you to feel grounded, to be able to act in constructive and practical ways to support your inspired ideas and to fall in love with life. Not just in the fantasy of what could be, descending power gives you energy and peace, happiness, and a sense of connection and presence in the world. Let me take a drink. I'm losing my focus. Okay. The descending power begins with intention. Any kind of grounding is an act of will, especially for those that find it easier to fly free and soar amongst the stars. Oh, I didn't bring my water. I'm still really parched. Okay. The descending power begins with intention. Any kind of grounding is an act of will, therefore, especially for those that find it easier to fly free and soar amongst the stars, the world of ideas, or the realms of subtle energies. The best way to access the gift of descending power is to put your mind in your lower body. For some, this will feel nearly impossible at first, but it will become easy with practice. Do not become dissuaded if you find this is the case for you. You have accomplished awareness in the upper chakras, something that is truly magnificent and many others are just beginning to work on. Well done. Now you get to bring the joy of spirit down into your body and your world. This is a beautiful journey from the head to the heart to the hips. It helps you feel like your spirit and your soul and your body are all working together in harmony. Okay, that's another thing. Is a lot of starseeds don't feel at home a lot of the time. They feel misplaced. And like, there's always like the next place to go to. And I feel like there's that aspect, and then also the body aspect. Like, I don't like dealing with my body because I don't like my body, and that's not like in a negative, like, I hate my body type of way. It's like, I'm kind of grossed out by being a human, I guess. Like, having a physical body kind of like makes me feel uncomfortable. But I've gotten the message lately that if I take care of it, I won't feel so uncomfortable, if that makes sense. I don't know if someone else needed to hear that message, but, thought I'd share. So, and it's funny too, because I'm also like really in tune with my body. And I think that's probably why I kind of want to shut off my mind to my body, because I can feel every little like minute thing happening. And so it's just a lot to deal with on a regular basis, and so I just kind of like shut my body off, or my mind off to it. But that's part of like bringing the astral down, is like kind of like reawakening that, looking at my body, seeing my body, feeling my body, listening to my body. You all too. Really focus on that, because that is the closest your higher self, your mind can get to Earth. You are on Earth. You are, I don't know if you're made of Earth, you're made of atoms, and Earth is made of atoms. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I do love science, but I'm not like, genius or anything. And so, yes, it's very important right now to appreciate your body for what it is, what it does for you. Don't critique it. We critique our bodies so much. We're so hard on our bodies. Don't critique it. Go 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, whatever, 1 year, 1 lifetime, remaining lifetime. Go 1 whatever without critiquing your body or your mind or your soul, whatever. Excuse me. Goodness. Come on, people. You know I'm right. Anyway, I keep getting distracted. I don't have any light because it's late. Okay, let me get some light here so I can see. Now you get to bring the joy of spirit down into your body and your world. Yes. Now you get to bring the joy of spirit down into your body and into your world. Gaia, Mother Earth. This is a beautiful journey from the head to the heart to the hips. Oh, I already read this. It helps you feel like your spirit and your soul and your body are all working together in harmony. This creates energy and power for your path. So put your mind, your attention, your awareness in your hips, your belly, your legs, and your feet. Get to know those parts of your body. Talk to them. Tell them you love them. This is just insane to me. I swear I've never read this before in my life. Touch them. Touch them. Caress them. Make friends with your lower body. I say your whole body, but yes, focus on your lower body if this message is resonating with you. The magnetism of the descending power will then be activated more fully, and all the benefit of this comes to you. Oh my goodness. The magnetism of the descending power. Does that just not feel amazing when you hear those words? Oh, I love it. Okay. This book, this deck is called The Crystal Mandala Oracle by Alana Fairchild, by the way. So here's a healing process. To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now. I call upon the crystal angel of Zensight and ascended master Lao Tzu, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine blessing, or the divine healing blessing of descending power. May I realize the divine power and blessing I have been given through my entire body, especially my lower body. May I love, respect, and pay attention to my lower body as a way to pull the divine light of spirit into my soul and then into the world. I ask specifically to feel the loving radiance and grounding empowerment of the crystal kingdom beneath my feet. Please help me through unconditional grace and to fully activate the descending power so divine light, love, and grace may manifest itself in the world. May I be present in embodied divinity. Through unconditional love and my own free will, so be it. Then it says, if you wish to further integrate this guidance, hold the oracle card with the, you don't need to know that, relax. Or you can just put your hands on your heart, or no, sacral, sorry. Put your hands on your sacral chakra. And that's your lower belly, beneath your belly button. Relax and breathe in and out several times. Visualize, imagine, feel, or pretend a circle of cool, dark earth energy extending around your hips. It is rich and full of life force. Like the healthiest soil of Mother Earth, that circle of energy feels good to you. As you relax and focus lightly on the crystal of energy around your hips, the circle, I don't know why I said crystal, the crystal, Zensight. Maybe we all need that. I'll look up what it is more later. Sorry. As you relax and focus lightly on that circle of energy around your hips, the spiritual energy of your upper chakras begins to soften and drop down into the present moment. This is relaxing and brings you a feeling of clarity and energy. Stay with this process for at least a few breaths. If you cannot visualize, don't worry. Just intend or pretend that the circle is there, and it will be, even if you don't see or feel it. When you're ready, say aloud, I choose of my own free will through this and any lifetime, and through all layers of my entire being, to release any fear or resistance or to incarnation, to grounding, and to manifesting my light in the physical world. I have my body and my physical world, and the physical world. It is a sacred home for the light of spirit to shine within. I choose to be present to the joy of life, experiencing sensual healing through embracing life in all its mystery. May all beings who have been frightened by life in any way be healed through divine grace, so they can be open and receive the loving gift of life. Through divine grace and unconditional love, so be it. Wow. Hold the oracle card flat between your palms. So put your hands in prayer, if you so choose to. And bow your head and say, "May divine love activate the descending power in all who can benefit from it now, according to divine grace and in service to the great divine plan of love unfolding. So be it." Because when you intend something for yourself, you need to intend it for others who also need it. I ground myself in the loving embrace of Mother Earth. My light descends to Earth as an act of love. Yes, it does. So that's all that I wanted to share now. That was the end of the passage for that card, for this card. Sorry, I'm struggling here. So do with that what you will. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.